Brothers and sisters, my name is Rabbi Sheikh Gidon, and finally I can talk. At least similar to, what I had before my teeth were straightened out. See, they straightened out. No more overbite. So, I am going to fulfill the commandment of the Most High and read the entirety of the law so that those who can't read can hear the law, and those who don't have the scripture can still hear the law, because it says hear and do. It does not say you have to read it, but it says hear. So now that I'm going to read it, so that if you don't have the book, you're going to be able to tap into this video, follow along. This is part 1. I'll be starting at Exodus chapter 20, even though I recommend people start at chapter 19 to get what I call the introduction. Right? So it gives you an introduction as to the setting. But I'm just going to read the exact law. And I'm only going to read from Exodus 19 until the completion of the law as it was dictated. And this is the law paraphrase. So I'm not leaving Exodus. I'm not going to read all the way to Deuteronomy, because there's the paraphrasing, the law itself, in its paraphrase form, pure. And then you go, next step is the law begins to be taught and explained in examples. So we're just going to do, I think it's only about maybe 12 or 13 chapters. So I think 32 it ends and 33 begins to fall, right, when we built the golden calf, if I remember correctly. So here we go. Exodus chapter 20. The first word as it came forth from the mouth of the Holy One, whose name be blessed, was like storms and lightnings and flames of fire, with a burning light on his right hand, and on his left hand. So the word came out, it was on fire, on right hand, left hand. There's nothing beside it because it's burning. It winged its way through the air of the heavens and was made manifest unto the camp of Israel, and returned, and was engraven on the tables of the covenant that were given by the hand of Moshe, and were turned in them from side to side. So it engraved itself, and it illuminated and turned inside. It was swirled inside these sapphire tablets. Right? And then called he and said, Sons of Israel, my people, I am Yah, your Allah, who brought you out free from the land of Mitzrayim, from the house of the bondage of slaves. The second word which came forth from the mouth of the Holy One, whose name be blessed, was like storms and lightnings and flames of fire. A burning light was on his right hand and on his left hand, and was borne through the air of the heavens, returned and was made manifest unto the camp of Israel. It returned and was engraven on the tablets of the covenant, and was turned in them from side to side. So it did the same thing again. So this is the second word. And this is what the second word says. Then called he and said, House of Israel, my people, thou shalt have no other God beside me. You shall not make to yourselves image or figure, or any similitude of what is in the heavens above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters under the earth. You shall not bow down to them, or worship before them. For I am the Lord your Allah, and I am a jealous God, and an avenger, punishing with vengeance, recording the guilt of the wicked fathers upon the rebellious children, unto the third and unto the fourth generation of them who hate me. So again, if you are not adhering to the book of the law 100%, and you have another idol or another belief, and you are rebellious against the law, the Most High says you hate him. That's what he said. So if you're a wicked father with rebellious children, or you are a rebellious child from a wicked father, the Most High says you hate him because you hate his law. Period. So, Exodus 20 and 6. but keeping mercy and goodness for thousands of generations of the righteous who love me and keep my commandments and my laws. Period. My people of the house of Israel, let no one of you swear by the name of the word of Allah your God in vain. For in the day of the great judgment, Yah will not hold guiltless anyone who sweareth by his name in vain. My people of the house of Israel, remember the day of the Shabbat to sanctify it. Remember the day of the Sabbath. Tomorrow is Monday, and it will be the Sabbath. You can say what you want, you can believe what you want, you can think what you want. That's okay. That's fine by me. I don't care. You're going to get a remembrance on the way. I promise. 6 days you shall labor and do all your service. But on the seventh day, for rest and quietude before Yah your God, you shall not perform any work, you or your sons or your daughters and your servants and your handmaids and your sojourners who are in your cities. For in 6 days Yah created the heavens and the earth and the sea and whatever is therein, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore Yah hath blessed the seventh day of Shabbat and sanctified it. My people, the house of Israel, let every man be instructed in the honor of his father and in the honor of his mother, that your days may be multiplied upon the land which Yah your God giveth you. My people, the sons of Israel, you shall not be murderers. You shall not be companions or partakers. You shall not be companions of or partakers with murderers. The congregation of Israel shall not be seen a murderous people. Neither shall your sons rise up after you and teach one another to take part with murderers, for on account of the guilt of murder the sword cometh forth upon the world. This is a proclamation and a judgment. So you can't be a companion with a murderer. That means if you know they're a murderer, you can't be they friends. You can't be a partaker. You can't help somebody murder. Right? And in the congregation of Israel, there shall not be seen a murderous people or group or gang or nothing. Nothing. Neither shall your sons rise up after you and teach one another to take part with murderers. Okay? So because of the guilt of murder, the sword is coming upon the world. My people, the house of Israel, be ye not adulterers, nor companions, nor partakers with adulterers. Can't be friends with adulterers. Can't be their companions, associates, nothing. You don't want no partakers with adulterers. You don't want nothing to do with them. Nor in the congregation of Israel shall there be seen an adulterous people. No adultery. Period. That's it. Okay? That your sons may not arise after you to teach one another to have part with adulterers. For through the guilt of adultery, death cometh forth upon the world. I'm going to say this plain and flat out. All right? There's two types of adultery. Having sex with a married woman and seeking after another God and another law, another doctrine or religion. That's it. Okay? So, this right here says death is coming for this reason. Period. I don't care how you feel. I'm just telling you what it is. Alright? So, death comes because of adultery. That's why it comes upon the world. Period. There is no adultery. None. Leave betrothed and married women alone. So if it's another man's woman, if he's having sex with her, that's his wife. Period. So I'm giving it to you straight. You're going to have to just take it. Sons of Israel, my people, you shall not be thieves, nor companions, nor partakers with thieves. There shall not be seen in the congregations of Israel a thievish people, that your sons may not arise after you to teach one another to have part with thieves. For on the account of the guilt of theft, famine cometh forth upon the world. Famine is coming because of thieving. Period. That's what the Most High said. So now, ain't no stealing, right? Ain't no kind of stealing. Don't be companions with a thief. Don't help a thief to get a chip or a chip to get a little piece. None of that. That's over. It's done with. Sons of Israel, my people, ye shall not testify against your neighbors a testimony of falsehood. That means you cannot lie and make a false testimony or lie against your neighbor to accuse them falsely of something. All right? Nor be companions or partakers with those who bear false witness. Nor shall there be seen in the congregations of Israel a people who testify a testimony of falsehood. Neither shall your sons arise after you to teach one another to have part with those who testify falsehood. For because of the guilt of the false testimony, the clouds go up, and the rain cometh not down, and dryness comes upon the world. So because of false testimonies and false accusations, right? People accepting or just lying, accepting a bribe or lying to lie against, or being cohesion against, to lie and stand with a liar about a situation. The Most High said, drought is coming. It says, this is the penalty. The rain cometh not down. The clouds go up though. The water ain't coming down no more. Or at least not there. That's it. This is the judgment. Sons of Israel, my people, you shall not be covetous companions. Period. Don't want what nobody got. Don't want what nobody has. Or that thing that someone has, you want to take that for yourself. Don't be covetous. Right? Do not be covetous companions or partakers with the covetous. Don't have nothing to do with them. Nor shall there be seen in the congregations of Israel a covetous people, that your sons may not arise after you to teach one another to have part with the covetous. Neither shall any among you covet the wife of his neighbor, nor his servant, nor his handmaid, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that belongeth to his neighbor. Because through the guilt of covetousness, the government breaketh in upon the possessions of men to take them, and the wealthy are made poor, and slavery cometh upon the world. This is why this is coming. All right? Covetousness. You want this man's girl. You want this man's servant. You want his workers. You know what I'm saying? Male or female workers. That's what you want. You want to take this person's stuff. It says nothing. Not his beast of burden, not his car. Don't take nothing from that man. If you're going to take it from that man, you're being covetous. He says for Israel, no, that ain't happening. So this goes for the rest of the world too. This goes for the sojourners. Everybody. This is the standard. That's it. 20 and 18. And all the people saw the thunders and were turned back. Every one as he heard them coming forth from the midst of the lights, and the voice of the trumpet as it will raise the dead. So everybody heard this and saw the thunders and the trumpets and the voice, and it was loud as it will raise the dead. That's how it was, exceedingly loud. And the mountain smoking, and all the people saw and drew back and stood 12 miles off. So it was so terrible, right? They were already, I believe, within the proximity of about 2 to 4 miles off. And those people, by the time these 12 words was explained and everything that they saw, they stood 12 miles off. They drew back. You know what drew back means? They ran. They ran 12 miles back. Because they was shook. They was scared. So you want to be close to the Most High? No, nobody wants to be that close to him. He is not to be played with. The people didn't come up to the mountain and get close. No, they didn't want to be close. It was terrible. And I'm telling you now, it's going to be terrible when the Most High come. You see what I'm saying? It ain't going to be sweet. This man is the creator of all, good and evil. He is pure light and there is no darkness in him. He has to create darkness so that he can be seen. so that he can be observed. That's why it says he came in the darkness of a cloud. He's revealed in darkness because it'll kill you. I'm moving on because I got to get through this. I got to read this whole thing. So as you can see, I love the law. I can do this all day. But it said to read it. The Most High said, read this to you before you come into the land and before the Pesach, which is happening next week, Monday. So I'm reading it. You're going to get this whole thing. And they said to Moshe, speak thou with us and we can hear. But let it not be spoken with us anymore from before Yah, lest we die. Told you, they were scared. This was a terrible thing. This was terrible. They were scared. They didn't know that the Most High was as he was. Y'all don't know. Right? Y'all still believe what white folk tell you. Oh, the Most High is good and peace and love and he sound like Mufasa. No, he don't. Sound nothing like that. I'm telling you now. So, lest we die. And Moshe said to the people, fear not, for the glory of Yah is revealed to try you, whether his fear is before your faces, that ye may not sin. That's right, the Most High is here to try you, to put fear in your heart, so that you don't go against what he said. That's right, the Most High puts fear in your heart, so you don't go against what he said. So he's telling you straight, and he's going to drive it home, so that you have this eternal fear of the Most High. And I got it. Yep. And the people stood 12 miles off. But Moshe drew near to the height of the darkness where the glory of Yah. You see? Where was the glory of Yah? See? The people stayed 12 miles off. Now, well, we ain't getting no closer. You go over there. So Moshe walked 12 miles out to these people and 12 miles back to the Most High. He came back close. Somebody got to go. That's what it is. 12 miles. And he had to trek it. There it is. You gotta think. They drew back 12 miles. Moshe comes down, has to go back 12 miles to go talk to them. And they're like, you talk to him. We'll stay right here. You go right back over there and do your thing. And Moshe drew near to the height of the darkness. I told you, the Most High creates darkness so that you can even accept the purity and the holiness, because his holiness is righteousness, and righteousness demands judgment. But I'm moving on, because you're going to get this law from me. Since I got to read it, and you're going to get it straight up. And Yah said to Moshe, speak thus to the sons of Israel. You have seen that from the heavens I have spoken with you. Sons of Israel. Now you know. That's directly to the sons of Israel. All right? Seeing that from the heavens I have spoken with you. Sons of Israel, my people. See how there's a change in parameter? Sons of Israel. This is just to the sons. But when it says sons of Israel, my people, it expands to the people. You shall not make that you may worship the likeness of the sun or the moon or the stars or the planets or the angels who minister before me. None of that. Idols of silver, nor idols of gold, you shall not make to you. An altar of earth. So he just told you, you ain't making no idols. He said, but an altar of earth ye shall make to my name, and sacrifice upon it thy burnt offerings and thy sanctified oblations from thy sheep and from thy oxen, and in every place where my Shekinah shall dwell, and thou shalt worship before me, there will I send my blessing upon thee, and will bless thee. So, again, you will make an altar of earth. That's an altar of stone. And sacrifice upon it your burnt offerings and your sanctified oblations. So you got your burnt offerings, right? That's the barbecue part. And you got your stew, your sanctified oblations from your sheep and your oxen. Now go to the supermarket and buy something that was previously killed and slaughtered or murdered or killed, that it died or suffered. Your sheep. That means you need a live sheep and you need oxen. That's a cow. Right? Also, this includes goats and other things. All the cattle. So it says, and in every place where my Shekinah shall dwell. So that's in every place where the Most High promised his Shekinah would dwell. Right? Now notice, he didn't say his Shekinah will be on Pennsylvania Avenue at the corner of Pickin. He said his Shekinah is going to dwell in Israel. Right? It's going to be here in the land. So I'm just giving it to you straight. That's what it's going to be. So that means you got to get here on this side. You don't believe me? I don't care. I'm moving on. All right? And thou shalt worship before me, and there I will send my blessing upon thee. Where does the blessing come? Here. Because he says, I'll be there, you go there, and I'll be there. All right?